and how that would sort of show itself. And now we know. It's like motherhood's made you fiercer, if that's even possible.
Thank you.
I mean, clearly we do have a problem. I mean, you put it out there as a question, but clearly the whole world has a problem. You laid it out at the beginning of the song. This is everyone's worst nightmare for all the right reasons. Oh my God, this is so ferocious. Good to see you. Welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be talking with you.
To hear you on this record right now, you take this track and you just... you own it upside down and inside out. How did you know this was the beat and this was the moment and the mood that was going to inspire you to start this whole new era?
Well, we had he and I had recorded the Bussin' record, and I didn't feel like he loved it, and we both didn't feel like it really matched with him. And so weeks went by, and I stumbled upon this "Do We Have a Problem" beat. And I just with the beat alone, I felt like, yo, this is more of a little baby vibe, you know? So P happened to be in LA. I said, he was just about to leave. I said, P, oh my goodness, he was about to leave in the morning. I said, please come to my house and listen to this record. I didn't even tell him what it was for. I just said, I just need you to come here and hear this. He came by. I said, now listen, I know I wanted Baby to be on the first record. I said, but I'm leaning toward this. I said, I want to give Baby the first, offer, just respectfully, to say, hey, I told you guys you would be on the first single, but I might change it to this record. Do we have a problem? Now, if you want to be on this song, of course, I would be more than happy to have you, but I wouldn't go out I wouldn't ask you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to impose, but I wanted to just give you the opportunity that I told you, and that you have a choice to decide.
Incredibly thoughtful.
Yeah. And P was like, oh my God, I know Baby gonna like this more because it just, is more melodic. Baby is known for his melodies. So he goes, I think Baby gonna like this more. P liked it more. And then sure enough, when Baby heard it, he did like it more. And then we couldn't decide. So we said, you know what, let's put both of the records out.
And it's so sick that for the first time we're hearing you and Baby connected. And normally what happens is, because you're so selective about who you collaborate with. And that's one of the things I love in your fans. And we all love about you is you're very deliberate. You don't just jump on anyone's record. And so, but normally, even with that sense of perfectionism, we sort of get one, and then there's a long time before to get two. For two of you to be collaborating on two records is kind of unique. I love it.
Very much so. I normally don't do those things with anybody outside of the Young Money, fam, right? Like, it's not a lot of rappers that I have a lot of different records with. So yeah, with Little Baby, it was surprising for me too. I didn't think they would even want to put out both songs. It was I'm thinking he was just going to be like, I like this one, so let's scrap the other one. But they was like, let's go with both.
No, both are perfect. And having heard both, and I say that now, I put myself in the front line of all Barbs right now who've only heard a snippet of the song. But, I know the Barbs love me for our history together and what we've done with Queen and stuff. They know that I love you. So I can say Bussin' is nuts. Like, that one's crazy as well. It's like,
thank you, Zane.
It's an incredible 1-2 punch. But focusing on Do We Have a Problem for a second, I know that you've come out recently and said that, how impressed you were with Little Baby's verse on that, but the fire that is on display that we're used to, we know you don't show up until you're ready. How do you know when the fire is so hot? You have to release something. You've got to let it go.
Yo, I think that's a great question. It's just, you feel it. I kind of felt the vibe, and yes, glad you pointed that out. I never like to oversaturate or overdo myself in the culture and the industry, period. Like, I just believe in let people miss you. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly, look at these times. Sorry to interrupt, but just to give everyone a timeline to 100% prove your point, because you're humble when it comes to stuff. 2010, 2012, 2014, 2018, mixtapes, yes. A lot of productivity, a lot of work, a lot of success, unprecedented record-breaking success. But to your point, Nicki, and sorry to stem your flow, I never feel like you've overstayed at any party ever. In fact, I feel like you're the first to know where the exit is.
Actually, literally too. Like, I'm the girl that leaves every party before everybody. But yeah, because I just so with this situation, to answer your question, I felt it. I felt like, yo, the people not only want you, but they need you. You know, I feel when you are a leader in anything you do, when things are going, you know, just kind of like helter skelter, you got to come back and kind of put some order. And that's kind of what I felt I was doing with this, like just bringing it back to rap records, gutter, just, you know, where people can play it and they can sing along to it with their dude. And you know what I'm saying? Like you just get that natural essence of rap again. What I love in Bussin', me and Baby is doing back and forth. And it's like we were joking, even when he was here, we was like, oh, I can't. I was telling him, I said, I know when this come on in the club, all of the baddest bitches, and they would, you know, if they would have their dude, the dude gonna want to say what Baby saying, and the girl gonna want to say what I'm saying, because it make both of them feel like they that person, like, you know what I'm saying? That confidence that comes across. And so I knew it was time because we're missing that right now.
And also, you know, you've been through some incredible life-changing experiences, and I wasn't sure what kind of record you'd return with, like original record, because being a parent and all the things that you go through and love and all the stuff that kind of is really important stuff, that's the important stuff. Like that's the life stuff. And the music is there to reflect that. And I wasn't sure like how you were going to return and how that would sort of show itself. And now we know. It's like motherhood's made you fiercer, if that's even possible.
Thank you.
Have you been through a similar experience whereby it's enabled you to focus on things and let some of those old learnings and old habits go?
Well, yes. I think that what I was putting a lot of emphasis on a lot of the time, I think we, you know, in a couple years leading up to this, was stuff that didn't matter in the big scheme of things. And I think that this got me back to focusing on just making rap music and enjoying the process of that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of worrying about all this other bull, instead of worrying about social media, instead of worrying about who got to say what, instead of worrying about, oh, did I offend this person, that person? None of that now. And it's just about, that's all I feel right now is just interacting with my fans. When I first came in, I just used to have fun with my fans. Make music, have fun doing that. Like even with the Do We Have a Problem? I remember, you know, the melody came into me to put like a little singing melody at the end or whatever. And then something was like, no, don't do that. You know, what if people say, you know, why did she put singing on this? And then I said, man, all of that. I'm just gonna do me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force nobody. I'm not gonna try to convince nobody to like me. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm just supposed to create my music and give it to the people who want it. And that's all I'm doing from now on.
And it feels like this whole era right now has that sense of explosive drama to it through the music. You know what I mean? Like this is like a real moment that we're experiencing here. And I wonder what shape it's taken. You know, you put it up there, PF2, right? Like you teased it. What does that mean? And what can you tell us? I mean, I got to try and push you into telling us a little bit for the fans. So what can we expect going forward, and what shape is this taking?
Well, okay, so the album is coming very soon. Obviously, that's why I started putting out music. You know, from like I said before, from now on, every Friday it will be called Pink Friday. I do have a lot of surprises lined up for the fans leading up to the album. But we want to definitely get the album out there quickly. I will say that, you know, I would like to give them a taste of a little bit more music before the album comes out. But we think that it's time.
The 2 Little Baby songs will be on the record?
I was saying that I would only put one song, Little Baby, on there because that's expensive real estate, that album.
It's expensive real estate, it's true.
So we'll see. You know, I think that as time goes by, I'll see what the fans really resonated with, and we'll decide then.
What we love about you, Nicki, is that when you take the time to share music with us, all we really want is you and what inspires you. But you're one of the most in-demand artists on the planet. We talked about that before. You say no a lot more than you say yes. So have you extended that same sense of discipline to your own record? Have you invited other people to be on it? Or are you far more focused on not doing that right now?
I tend to like to invite people at the very, very end so that I see, you know, what record really needs someone else. I don't want to just put features on just for the sake of throwing a bunch of rappers on my album. I'm not doing that. I want to wait till the last, maybe 2 weeks, and then I'll say, all right, this sounds like it needs a verse from XYZ. As of right now, there is a solo song that I cannot wait for my freaking fans to hear. I actually was contemplating dropping it with Do We Have a Problem originally, but we'll see. There is a guy I think that would blend really well on this particular song, or it might just remain solo. I'm not thirsty to just throw names on the album. I think what's most important is that the fans are going to feel like, oh my goodness, yes, this is real. This is core Nicki Minaj, and we about to have it's about to be turn up time, because obviously the goal is to get out there and see my fans again. You know what I'm saying? I hate that COVID, has happened to this world, but the goal is always to get some music out so you can go and visit your fans.
Yeah, yeah. And so you missed that side of it. I mean, the touring, the idea, as long as it's safe and it works for you in terms of COVID protocol, that's like a big priority for you?
Yeah, of course. It's a big priority because that's where I started off. I started off playing, doing clubs with 200-300 people to see my fans. And I always, I don't know, got a rush off that energy, being able to see them and literally touch their hands. And so because of that, I always, no matter at what stage I am in my career, I always think, okay, it's time for me to, get up out there and see my fans and take pictures of my fans and get their voice and their energy. Like, it's nothing like that, because you'll be on social media. You could stay on social media all day and it's not the real world. It's just not. People say a bunch of stuff to go viral and to get attention, but that's just not the real world. When I go out there, I'm touring, and I've been from country to country to country. It's just love, you know what I'm saying? And it's excitement. And most people right now, especially, they just want to have fun. They just want to enjoy life. People are like, leaving us so soon. So people just want to enjoy life right now.
Life is really precious. And you make reference to that, Pop, Juice, great artists, great talents, people who touched us and left in far too short amount of time. And it's crazy, isn't it? You do get to a point where like you realize that legacy is about as much about mortality as is about creativity, isn't it? It's about the ability and the gift of being able to continue. That's the thing.
Absolutely. And you got to be so thankful for that blessing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't get that, So yes, I'm at a very grateful stage in my life and in my career.